People aren't confused about health because they're not trying hard enough. They're confused because the system teaches the body in pieces. Welcome to the ultimate health model. Clarity over confusion. Think about the messages people hear every day. Cholesterol is a problem. Inflammation is the problem. Insulin is the problem. You know your gut's the problem. And every expert seems certain. They seem like, okay, this is what it really is, for sure. Confusion. It's all people have is confusion. So what do people do? They try to fix one thing, then another, and eventually they start wondering, why is health so complicated? It doesn't have to be complicated. That's the whole point. We live in a time where information about health is everywhere. Podcasts, doctors, influencers, books. Everyone's saying something different. I said, no wonder people are confused. All of it contains a lot of useful pieces, but when those pieces are explained separately, people end up chasing 10 different symptoms at once, 10 different problems at once. It's like trying to understand how a car works by studying the engine, the tires, the brakes, the steering, but never seeing the whole vehicle. So they're studying these things in individual parts, trying to understand how the whole car runs. What about the transmission? What about, the computer system on the car, the communication? You can't know what it is. So people end up jumping from protocol to protocol, hoping the next thing finally works. The biggest problem with modern health advice is that the body is usually studying specialties. Cardiology studies the heart, endocrinology studies hormones, gastroenterology studies digestion. Each focuses on a single part of the system, but your body doesn't operate in specialties. It's one integrated system. Energy production affects circulation. Circulation affects oxygen delivery. Oxygen delivery affects how cells produce energy. And inflammation shows up where the system is under stress. When you start looking at the body as a connected system, things make a lot more sense. One way to understand this is to picture the body like a city. The body is a city of cells. You have power plants in those cells called mitochondria that produce energy. You have transportation networks delivering nutrients and oxygen. Those transportation networks are blood vessels, and blood is mostly water. So think of them as waterways. So you have a huge amount of waterways delivering cargo and taking away garbage or trash, if you think of it like the city analogy. So when you start thinking like this, it makes a lot more sense. The communication system sends signals. That's the nerve signals, all that stuff. So, and when the emergency response system starts going wrong, you have inflammation. The power plants are struggling, the entire city slows down. So just think of it like a city. So then it starts to make sense. When you start mapping the system instead of chasing isolated inputs, the confusion begins to disappear. You stop reacting to every new headline, and everything starts to make sense. You start understanding how the body actually works. And when understanding replaces confusion, people regain something very important called agency or control over their health. You don't need more extreme health advice. You need understanding. And here at Ultimate Health Model, it's always clarity over confusion. If you like these videos, please subscribe and hit like, because that helps our channel grow. Thank you. See you on the next video.